Michael Olise, the Crystal Palace winger, I think he's a really good player. And there's no surprise that a lot of teams around Europe want to sign him because he is quality. And I think he's underrated as well. I feel like people don't really put the respect on Olise's name. And the team that he's been linked to the most is Manchester United. Now, we all saw Crystal Palace give Man United a ass whooping the other day. 4-0. Olise bossed that game, scored a brace, was cooking them. Yo, that manager that Palace have, he's really good. He's only been there for a few months, and he's already implemented his style of play. They went from Roy Hodgson playing fossil football to this new guy, and they're cooking right now. Olise, Eze, Mateta, Crystal Palace is like a team that are playing some of the best football in the Prem, and they do have the players to do it because Olise is one of their main guys. And if Man United might have had any, if they had any doubts on if Olise is a player that they should be investing into, after that game, after the performance that he put in against them, they definitely do not have any apprehensions now. This is definitely somebody that I fully expect them to say, yeah, we need to sign him up immediately. Because I think he would be United's best winger that they currently have at the club. He's an absolute baller. But I don't think it really matters if you keep Ten Hag there. Because the system that United play at the moment, if Olise goes there, he'll fall off. He'll be considered a flop. Because United do not play the style of football that fits a player like his skill set. Olise needs to be in a system that's playing possession-based attacking football, where you're going to build up, hold the ball, link play, giving goals, forward runs, all these different kind of things. What Man United want to do at the moment is counterattack. Let the team have the ball for 70%, 60% of the game. Hopefully we catch them on the mistake, or they, have a shot and we hit them on the counter or something crazy like that. Kick the ball up to Marcus Rashford or Garnacho. Yeah, Olise is not going to do well if that's how United are going to use him. And I think signing him, yeah, it'd be a good signing. But if Ten Hag is still the manager at that club, what's the point? Like, to me, it doesn't really matter who Man United signed in the summer window. If he's still the manager, they're going to flop. They're not going to succeed. And if Ten Hag is saying that he wants Olise, then maybe I can't rate this kid anymore. Because talent ID that Ten Hag has shown us has been trash. This guy has signed Mason Mount, Anthony, who else? Onana, Christian Eriksen. Tyler Malacia. Like, he's wasted so much money. $400 million Ten Hag has spent in the last 2 seasons, and he still can't implement. He still can't implement his own style of play. He is the main problem at Manchester United. And while I do think that Olise is a good player, I think we'll be talking about him like how you guys were talking about Sancho. Oh, he can't do it in the Prem. Oh, he's not physical enough. Or he's not getting the job done. He's flopped. But I think it's just the system. Technical players do not do well at Man United. Every single time. You guys hated Paul Pogba. They hated Angel Di Maria. You didn't like Jadon Sancho. Like, Kobe Mainoo's probably going to end up getting scapegoated next season because his performances have dropped a little bit. But people don't really ask, why is that? His performances have dropped because the system that Ten Hag has him in is exposing him. How are you going to have Kobe Mainoo playing as a defensive midfielder in a pivot with Christian Eriksen, and then you're going to be surprised that he struggles? You see what I'm talking about? So if I'm Olise, I'm not signing for Man United. I think there's going to be a bunch of other teams who are better than United, who are going to have a better system, a better structure than Manchester United that will come in for him. Because all the reports are saying that he has a release clause of $60 million that's going to be able to get activated this summer. That's not a lot of money in today's market for a player that has his kind of skill set. He's 24 years old as well. I think that he's outgrown Crystal Palace. He's a big fish in a small pond. I think when I watch Olise, when I watch Eze, guys like that, they stand out. They look like they're out of place in that team. Because to be respectful to Crystal Palace, you guys are a good club, right? Yeah. You know, you guys are bottom half of the table usually, right? You know, I'm not trying to disrespect you guys, but let's be honest. Y'all aren't able to compete with Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United even, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham. And I'm talking about not in terms of performances, right? I'm talking about in terms of being able to attract big name players. Like, and I think Crystal Palace are a stepping stone for a player like Olise. Now, I think he would cook at City. I think he would cook at Arsenal, at PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, any big club in the world that play attacking football, I think Olise would do a great job at. But it seems like United at the moment are leading the race. And I remember last summer, he almost signed for Chelsea. And then I think at the last second, he decided to extend his contract. I don't really know why that happened. But maybe you could say that it's for the best because I don't know if that transfer would have maybe impacted Cole Palmer. And then maybe Palmer isn't out here balling the way that he is. But yeah, man, shout out to my guy Olise, man. Absolute quality player. And I think somebody's going to sign him this summer. I can't see him staying at Palace for too much longer. Like, he's not going to pull a Wilfred Zaha, right? I think Zaha should have left way earlier in his career because by the time that he wanted to force a move, it was kind of too late for any real elite level club to go in for him. He was like damn near 30 and he signed like an 8-year contract. So Palace didn't really have to sell him unless they were going to get some kind of crazy bid in. So yeah, Olise, I think, will end up making a move. I don't know if Man United are the best fit for him, and if I'm him, depending on what they do with Ten Hag, that would play a huge role in what I decide. But I think Ineos are going to have a big summer. I think they're going to want to make an impact. They're going to want to make a statement signing, and I think Olise could be one of those players that they bring in to get the fans on side because they're looking like frauds right now. And if they don't sack the manager, I think a lot of people are going to start to lose trust in Ineos. So who knows? We will see.